What's going on, everyone? It's week 14. Who would have thought? Crazy, right? Usually comes after 13. But let's just jump right into it. My OBS is acting stupid this morning, so we're not going to do my different scenes and stuff like that. We're just going to jump right in and go over my picks. Remember, these picks are all money line, no spread. So here we go. Thursday Night Football tonight. I'm going to take the Lions over Green Bay. I think this is going to be a very good football game. I don't know why this game wasn't flexed to Monday night, because that would have been way better. Not that the Monday night game is terrible, just record-wise and I think interest-wise. I just think this would have been a better choice. I think this game is going to be very close. Both teams are hot right now. I do think the Lions have been struggling a little bit on offense. Play calling's been a little weird and wonky, and those division games could get close and tough, but I do expect the Lions to win tonight. I'd probably say 23-17. The Dolphins and the Jets. I have the Dolphins winning this game. I just think the Jets are just dysfunctional. I don't think that they have anything really going for them right now, and I think it's a lost season for them. And the Dolphins are still kind of fighting to stay in the conversation for an AFC wildcard spot. I think they're definitely on the outside looking in, but a win this week can definitely kind of creak open that door a little bit for them. So I think they have a little bit more motivation. So I expect the Dolphins to come out at home and play well against the Jets. The Falcons and Minnesota. I'm going with the Vikings here. Kirk Cousins is not that guy. I know that Minnesota has not really put up big numbers offensively the last few weeks, but they are simply a better football team than the Falcons. But now they have to go out and beat a team that they know that they're better than. They're at home, right? They know that on Thursday night, the other two big teams in the division are playing. They want to stay in the conversation in terms of the division and the wild card. And they could stomp down on another team who's trying to stay in the wild card as well in the Falcons. And I think that they need to run the ball. They need to run the ball, and they need to get Justin Jefferson involved early. I do expect the Vikings to win this game. The Saints and the Giants in a game no one wants to watch. I do expect the Saints to win. I think the Giants are not tanking, because I don't really think anyone in the NFL actually tanks. But I definitely think that the Saints are a better football team than the Giants. They could put up big numbers. They're definitely still injured, still don't have Olave, but they have better weapons than the Giants. So I expect the Saints to go on the road to New Jersey and beat the Giants. The Panthers and the Eagles. Now, the Panthers have been playing a lot better. Bryce Young is slowly but surely figuring out how to be an NFL quarterback, and I think he deserves a lot of credit and a lot of props. But they're about to run into a buzzsaw known as the Philadelphia Eagles. And I haven't picked the Eagles the last couple weeks, and they have proven me nothing but wrong. Saquon Barkley is an MVP candidate. Jalen Hurts is managing that offense very well, and their defense is playing lights out. So, Panthers have been playing great. I've enjoyed watching Bryce Young kind of figure it back out, right? right? But I just simply think the Eagles are better. Now, the Eagles have to go out against a team that's already basically out of the playoff picture, right? Like, we know that. So they have to beat a team that they are expected to beat down. And sometimes teams struggle with that. Sometimes they play down to the competition, right? I don't expect the Eagles to do that. I expect them to go out there and just simply get the job done and beat the Panthers. Steelers and the Browns, because the Steelers have a lot of division games in the back end of the season, because I think week 9 was their first division game. I don't know how the hell that happened. As fun as the Browns are to watch, Jameis Winston is good for 2 picks and one of them for a pick 6 every single football game, right? Just like they did against the Broncos on Monday Night Football. That's simply going to happen. Russell Wilson is putting together a very, very good offensive resume. Perhaps comeback player of the year is in his future. But I think that the Steelers are simply better defensively, better offensively. They can run the ball. Najee Harris is having a very good year, a quiet year, like in terms of hype and stuff like that, but a very good, efficient year. So I expect them to beat the Browns pretty handily. Raiders and the Bucks. The Bucks are leading the division now. Okay, and they're playing a team that they are better than. Now, Baker Mayfield will turn the ball over, right? But he'll also throw for 300 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns, right? But he'll have 1 or 2 interceptions. Their defense has to mitigate the damage that those turnovers, which are inevitable, right? They have to mitigate the damage that those turnovers do. Now, they are playing the Raiders that have zero offensive talent other than Brock Bowers, who has to be like, why am I a Raider? I wish I was a Charger. That's probably what he's saying. I just don't see the Raiders being competitive in this game. I expect the Bucks to win and win big. The Jaguars and the Titans. Division game, right? I don't know. As of right now, I don't know if Trevor Lawrence is playing. I don't know if he passed the concussion protocol yet. They haven't said anything about that yet after that nasty hit last week. We could debate whether he slid late or not. Down in the comments, let me know. I like the Titans and the Jags are the same, right? They are the same, right? As in not great. Maybe not good, right? So I had to pick someone here. I think that this game will be close. Both these teams are probably out of the picture. Like the door isn't shut completely yet, but it's close for them. So both teams are probably looking for a win, right? To maybe put something together. I just think the Titans are going to win. I would say by 3. I think this could be a close game. I don't know how entertaining it's going to be. But I would say the Titans are going to win by 3. The Seahawks and the Cardinals in a big NFC North. I'm sorry, NFC North. Big NFC West matchup. I live out here in Arizona. It's all the local media is talking about. We have to beat the Seahawks. Yeah, you do. You also had to win last week. Cardinals, Kyler Murray, and you didn't. So I think Geno Smith is putting together something I didn't think he was capable of 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. They're winning games. They're winning close games. They're winning tough games. They're beating opponents that I thought were better than them. And they are putting together a potential division-winning run. And I think this is where they're going to slowly put it away. I think they beat the Cardinals pretty handily. Because they just haven't put it together offensively. They're not controlling the clock with their run game. Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't want to say he's a bust. Like, I won't say that. But maybe a disappointment, right? And they just don't look like a cohesive unit yet, right? But it's definitely a rebuilding year for the Cardinals, right? I don't think anyone expected them to come out like gangbusters and win this division or even be in the conversation. And they are. So that's good. I hope they win. I'm not going to lie. I just don't think they will. Okay. Buffalo and the Rams. Buffalo is going to win this football game. And this could be the game where Josh Allen puts his stamp on a potential MVP. Okay. They're going on the road, east to west travel, which isn't as big a deal as west to east in terms of time. But I just think the Bills are clicking, man. They look good. Like, running the ball, catching, running, quarterback play, the running, catching, and receiving on the quarterback side of the ball like last week. But they just seem like they're having fun, right? And when a good team is having fun, they are scary. So I just think the Bills are simply better, and I think the Bills are going to win this game. The Bears and the 49ers in a game. This one was hard to pick, okay, because Christian McCaffrey is back on IR, okay? They should just shut him down for the rest of the season. And the Bears don't know how to finish football games. Okay, again, I had to pick someone, so I went with the home team on this one. Just like I did with the Titans and the Jaguars, because the home team is usually good for +3 points to the home team. And I think they're going to win this game. It's probably going to be close, probably going to be a dogfight. I do think they still have more talent in San Francisco. Deebo Samuel has to get it right mentally. Brock Purdy has to be Brock Purdy again, the Brock Purdy we know he can be. And I think that'll happen. I think they will beat the Bears in probably an ugly football game, 21-10, 21-17, and that, in that ballpark. Chargers in Kansas City. Yeah, you all saw who I put the check mark next to. I'm going to be a homer, and I'm going to pick my Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego over the Chiefs. And let me tell you why. First off, I'm tired of watching the Chiefs win football games that they don't deserve to win. Yeah, I said it. They don't deserve to win those football games. And I'm not going to blame the refs. Okay? No, I'm not. This will be a close football game, I think. I don't think the Chiefs are going to go in there and blow the Chargers out at all. Like, that is not going to happen. We are past that with the Harbaugh era. That doesn't happen to this team. Okay? The Chiefs are 2 games up. They're 3 games up in the loss column to the Chargers, right, who are 8-4. Chiefs are 10-1. Okay? And I think the Chargers are going to go into Kansas City, and I think they're going to beat them, and I think they're going to beat them 24-21. It's going to be a field goal. This time, the Chargers are going to get the last-second field goal instead of the Chiefs. It's going to be reversed. I understand the Chargers are banged up. We do not have J.K. Dobbins. It will be Gus Edwards, and as well as a couple other running backs that I think are going to carry the run game. Justin Herbert has been efficient, right? There's still Patrick Mahomes on the other side. I get it, but this is not this season, numbers-wise, statistically, not the same for them. And I think the Chargers defensively are going to put pressure on them. On Patrick Mahomes, I expect a couple of sacks up front. I would say 3 to 5 sacks for the Chargers tonight. I'm sorry, I said Sunday night. And I believe they're going to get the job done. Call me a homer all you want. Don't care. But they are going to beat the Chiefs on Sunday night. Monday Night Football, the Bengals and the Cowboys. Teams full of what-ifs. Now, the Cowboys won last week, right? And now all of the Cowboy fans, who I love, oh man, we got a shot to make the playoffs, right? Like, I'm a big Tim the Tatman fan. I watch his streams and his content all the time. Oh man, we really got a shot at the wild card. That ends on Monday night. The Bengals have to win a game eventually with all of the numbers that they're putting up, right? With all of the numbers that Jamar Chase is putting up, that they're putting up in the run game with your Chase Brown, and all the numbers that Joe Burrow's putting up. And I think they're going to go into Dallas, and Dallas is going to do what Dallas has done this season and struggled at home. And I think the Bengals are going to put them away. All right, bye week teams. The Ravens, who desperately needed a bye. The Broncos, thank God they're on bye. I'm tired of watching them be good. The Texans probably needed a bye to get healthy. The Colts are getting healthy too. And then the Patriots, who are out of it for all intents and purposes. And then the Commanders. This is the last week of bye weeks, okay? Last week of bye weeks. There'll be no more byes for the rest of the season. Let me know down below in the comments who your favorite team is, what you think of my picks, and what are your picks for this week. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you next time.